uninformed optimism, meaning optimism at all times, or do you think it's necessary to be pessimistic a little bit when operating in the realms of business?
That is a fucking great question. I think being optimistic at all times is the best approach to life, right? If you think you're lucky, if you think your life is amazing, then it will be. You know, if you approach everything from a pessimistic lens, I mean, it's a natural human response to society, to life, because we were put in this earth, and on a primitive level, we were supposed to be pessimistic of, we might not survive, to keep our chances of surviving a little bit higher. But if you think about it, you and I can't ever go hungry. You and I can't ever go unsheltered. You and I we will never die until we actually die of disease or die of unnatural cause, whatever it is. Yeah. You literally cannot die in USA. No, you cannot starve. There's no way you cannot be unsheltered. So there's no way of losing. So why would you ever be pessimistic and think of a negative situation? If you always think of the positive outcome of a situation, you'd be completely, true in being that, like, okay, we're gonna approach this from a positive standpoint. I think you just approach life with a winning aspect, right?
Because you win every time, everything you do, you win.
Everything, literally everything. What I'm doing now, I'm gonna approach it the best positive aspect. But Tai Lopez did say, he says, when you go and approach a situation, you always want to think of what's the best, the worst, and the most possible. And then somewhere in the middle is usually what's gonna happen. I think you do have to a certain extent, kind of look at negative situations that could happen and prep for them, because if you don't prep for a bad day, you're gonna be set bad. But I think approaching everything from an optimistic standpoint is just 100% possible. If you're pessimistic around me, bro, I don't want you. Negative energy, it's gonna lower your vibration. Negative outlook, it's gonna lower your chances of winning anything. I don't want to be around you if you're negative. Anyone who's positive around me is always fucking winning, bro.
Amen.